Have you ever wondered why it is that some coaches, authors, speakers, experts, all kinds of entrepreneurs seem to attract plenty of attention? They achieve extraordinary success in their business, while other entrepreneurs seem to struggle to gain any traction at all. They're having a hard time scaling their business to the next level. What if I told you what the top gurus, influencers, and experts are doing different? How could that impact your life and what's possible for you in your business? Well, I did an in-depth research project several years ago where I studied the absolute most successful million-dollar business owners, and I made detailed notes around what they were doing that was different than all the rest, that radically made a huge difference in the speed of the growth of their business. Not only that, but the bigger impact that they were able to make in the world. You know, the top influencers, gurus, the most successful coaches and course creators and authors and speakers, they often have sold out coaching programs or sold out courses. They have sold out events. They have plenty of clients eager to buy from them. Many of them have shared that they reached $1 million or more in their business in just 16 months. They have a big online following of clients and raving fans that listen to what they have to say. They get tons of engagement on their videos as well as their emails. When they send out an email, it seems like they're getting a lot of likes and comments, and people are just hanging on to their every word. They also, I've noticed, they get booked on the big stages with other influencers, with other gurus, with other up-and-comers, and they are often seen by thousands or millions of potential clients or just people that they're called to share their message with regularly. It's not hard to get booked on big stages. They also get booked on as a guest speaker on podcasts for influencers who have thousands or millions of listeners. Some of the largest podcasts in the world, it's easy for them to get booked as a guest on there and be seen by thousands or millions. They also seem to land TV interviews and media interviews with the ease. And the other big thing is they're making a huge difference in the world. They are genuinely impacting lives. I want you to imagine just for a minute how your life would change if you could do this too. How many lives could you change with your story, your message, your advice, and the unique gifts that you have? This was a journey that I have been on, but also searching for. Because I think if you're like me and my clients, the people that follow me on social media, you genuinely care. You've been there and you know the way out. And you genuinely want to help other people solve a similar problem that you've had, because you've been there and you've overcome it, and now you feel compelled to help them because you don't want them to struggle as long as you did before you finally solve this problem in your own life. That's true for me. It's true for the people that I serve. And if that's the case, here's what I want you to know. That type of success, impact, and visibility, and even fame in some cases, it's not reserved just for those other entrepreneurs that you're seeing, those other gurus, those other coaches, those other influencers. There is nothing wrong with you. God has big plans for you. This can happen for you too. And part of the reason I know that is because I've been on this journey. I have had my own 15 minutes of fame. I think that's what they call it. I started out as being completely unknown. I was a high school dropout, got married very young. I was 17 years old. I had 2 little kids, and 6 years later, I was divorced, a single mom, raising my 2 little kids on my own with no support. and just making $9 an hour, barely getting by. From there, I decided that I was just not going to settle for a life of mediocrity, and I was sick and tired of struggling, and I made a life-changing decision. I decided that I was going to try to find a way, when it seemed like there was no way, to change my life. So I bought my first self-help book ever, and I read it. It was called Live Your Dreams by Les Brown. And in that book, the author shared his story of overcoming struggles and obstacles and rising and a poverty-like situation and rising up to extraordinary success. And it inspired me. It gave me hope. And I thought, if he can do it, maybe I can too. None of us are any more competent or any more special or more talented than anyone else. You've got your own talents that you are truly a genius at. It's your genius zone. You've got your own story that the world needs to hear. You have got advice and skills and special knowledge that people need right now. And the only reason that you're not helping them to the degree that you're meant to have that bigger platform, to get on the big stages and all that, is because they just can't find you. They don't know that you exist yet. That's the only reason. Part of what it takes, there are 3 things that it takes to go from being unknown and to rising up to extraordinary success. And I'm going to be sharing those 3 things in my upcoming free 2-day workshop. I want to personally invite you to join this. This is a much deeper dive. This is an actual workshop where I'm going to be pulling back the curtain and sharing how I went from being completely unknown, high school dropout, single mom, making $9 an hour, to generating $9 million in sales in 1 year. I won Salesperson of the Year. From there, I invented a product. I was landed a spot on the hit TV show Shark Tank on ABC television. I was featured on Fox Business Network, Fox News, Fox 59 News, Indianapolis Star newspaper, the Los Angeles Times newspaper, on the cover of a couple of magazines. My social media, I have 23,000 subscribers for my weekly blog and social media subscribers combined. My YouTube channel has 1.6 million views. Facebook, I've got probably 7,000 subscribers. It's a little more than that now. 8, probably almost 10,000 subscribers on Facebook. And can I just say this? I'm no different than anybody else. If I can do something like this and even reach some level of success from where I came from, this is possible for you, and exponentially even more. I know that I have just barely scratched the surface with what God has really called me to do, and I believe that's true for you as well. So I want to invite you to join this. Somewhere below this video in the description, there's a link to register for this free 2-day workshop. You have got to be involved in this. This is going to be some of my best content that I believe can help you. It's time that we stop being a carbon copy entrepreneur and instead become an emerging thought leader entrepreneur with irresistible messaging. That is often one of the primary reasons why we're blending in. Our ideal potential clients can't see us, is because we end up sounding like a lot of other experts and coaches and course creators or speakers or anybody else out there in your space. We're using the similar language. We sound similar. Our solution sounds similar, and we end up blending in. And that's part of the number one reason why this is happening, why we're moving too slow with the impact we know we're here to make, and also from growing our business exponentially and reaching extraordinary success. And y'all, this has nothing to do with ego or trying to get something or try to prove our worthiness. It is because we have a purpose to fulfill. That's what's really going on. And yes, God wants you to prosper above and beyond anything you can ask for or even imagine. And to get to that other side, we have to be brave enough to let down our guard, to stop filtering what we say, and to let the world in to see more of who we really are. And that takes courage, because when you do this right, when you're really sharing, letting people see more of the real you, you will have people that will read your content, hear what you have to say in a video. They will immediately move away from you, and they will know instantly that you are not the person for them. And they may even unsubscribe. That's the scary part for many of us, because we want people to like us. Having generic messaging and sounding like everyone else is really a subconscious mechanism to keep us safe from rejection and judgment from other people. And that comes from linking up core wounds and wound patterns. And some of us have even experienced trauma at very young as a child. So it's really a way to keep us safe. And normally it's in our blind spot. As entrepreneurs, we're not even aware we're doing it. And that's really what's holding us back from the extraordinary success and growth and impact and the bigger platform and all of that you feel called to. Not to get something, but because you know it's part of your calling that God's brought you on this earth to do. So if this is resonating with you, I would love for you to go ahead, click the link in the description underneath this video. There's a link to join my free 2-day workshop, Becoming an Emerging Thought Leader with Irresistible Messaging, Achieve Extraordinary Success and Big Impact without pushing or chasing clients, and still have plenty of time off for faith, family, friends, and even travel. So go ahead and click the link, get registered. This is going to be a much deeper dive. Much of this content that I'm sharing you may have likely not ever heard before. This is fresh, brand new content and my own perspective by being on this journey. I've been on this path. I've been a carbon copy entrepreneur in the past. I finally made the shift to being an emerging thought leader entrepreneur. Click the link below. I can't wait to see you on the 2-day workshop, and I'll see you soon. Bye.